I'm Andre Huey, and welcome to this edition of the Skn Newsline Newscast. The police are seeking the assistance of the public in trying to locate two individuals who have been reported missing in recent times. More in this report. Charlvin Marks and Jabal Henry have been reported missing. Jabal Henry lives in Upper Keon and is 36 years old. He's of dark skin complexion, black hair, black eyes, and 5 feet 7 inches tall, medium built. He was last seen on the night of January 31st walking along the Kim Collins Highway wearing a black shirt and long black pants. Charlvin Marks hails from Virgil's Heights, is 21 years old, with dark complexion, with black hair, black eyes, 5 feet 11 inches tall. He's medium built. He has a scar on the center of the nose and facial hair. Charlvin was last seen leaving home on December 19th, 2019. He was wearing a black sweater and a black sweatpants with a backpack on his back and a T-square in his hand. If anyone has information on the whereabouts of any of these two men, they're asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 465-2241, the nearest police station, or call the crime hotline at 707. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline. A dreaded disease is causing a disruption in the livestock industry here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and the Agriculture Department is taking it seriously. They had a meeting on Tuesday where they discussed the effects of the tropical Bontic disease and attempts they're making to have that problem corrected. Skn Newsline's Glenn Bart was at that meeting and filed this report.
After severe reductions in the cattle population on St. Kitts, the Department of Agriculture launched a new campaign against the tropical Bontic that causes a serious skin disease on infected animals. On Tuesday, 4th February, livestock farmers on St. Kitts attended the launch of an anti-dermatophilosis campaign in a ceremony held at the Department of Agriculture at Lagreet. According to Livestock Production Officer Jeffrey Berry, major outbreaks of dermatophilosis in cattle occurred in the 1980s and mid-1990s. At that time, thousands of cattle were killed, reducing the livestock from 5,000 to approximately 500 heads of cattle. In recent years, however, a recovery effort brought the stock back to 3,000 heads. But the disease is back and a new round of infection is spreading among the livestock. Mr. Berry explains the situation on the ground.
Unfortunately, we have seen a resurgence of the tropical Bontic and the associated disease, but it's coming back with a resistance for both treatment, both for the ticks and for the disease itself. Our cattle population came back to about 3,000 head of recent. However, last year, our farmers reported that over 650 cattle died from that disease. Of course, when we look at farming, we look at it as a business. You can either put your money in the bank and gather interest, or we call what you have your bank on hoof. The animals or your dollars and cents, it's on hoof. And because of the fear of the disease and the animals dying, farmers opted to slaughter the animals, and maybe quite rightfully so. So when we look at an animal production point of view, we are looking at reduce in numbers in terms of increasing output. The animal population is going down. The sweet part is that today we are launching this project, and we're asking you, please don't take this project for granted. Well over $500,000 would be spent on this project, including vehicle, antibiotics, labor. We are asking for the full cooperation of all the farmers. We would be having a team going out to treat the animals that are infected with the skin disease, so those will be treated with antibiotics. Those that do not have the disease, we would still be treating them with the vehicle.
Berry urged farmers to give their full cooperation for the twice-weekly treatment of all cattle, goats, and sheep. The treatment will be done for a period of 6 months in the first instance. Officials of the Department of Agriculture are hoping for a quick stabilization of the current rate of losses as the new campaign gets underway. Glenn Bart for Skn Newsline.
Still to come on this edition of the Skn Newsline Newscast, passengers will be the main focus of the coronavirus screening here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And the Sugar Girls end their bid to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like your boat when you're at sea and you get away from everything. Your home and the security of your daughter's things. And the car that you've had for too long, but after all these years, you just can't let go. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
You care about what goes on your skin. You care about the ingredients, organic and natural products. We have Rituals brand, Victoria's Secret, and much more. Discover the collection of prestige natural beauty. There are too many chemicals. Time to change. Go to Lucky's Duty Free at King's Pavilion Hotel on Bay Road, Bastille. Treat yourself as a princess. Also, Bath and Body Works coming soon. Check us out on Facebook. Open hours are from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Give us a call, 466-7059. Lucky's Duty Free.
Quality Diagnostic Laboratory, your newest partner in your healthcare. We offer the latest in on-island clinical laboratory testing, a comprehensive range of blood tests, urine tests, stool and other testing such as cholesterol and sugar testing, as well as hormone, kidney and liver functions, and many more. Quality Diagnostic Laboratory is located at the corner of Keon Street and Fines Avenue, opposite the Greenlands pasture. Our opening hours from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday are designed with you in mind. We are also open on Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. for your further convenience. Call or contact us at 465-6657 or email us at info@qualitydiagnosticlab.com. Quality Diagnostic Laboratory. Excellence in performance.
Banners, commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
Welcome back. Well, health officials have confirmed that temperature monitoring is not a part of the screening process for the coronavirus. We have more in this report from Glenn Bart.
Although health teams are located at the ports of entry of St. Kitts and Nevis, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws advised that the screening process at this time will not include temperature monitoring. Dr. Laws said the World Health Organization, WHO, and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, do not recommend the region engage in that kind of mechanism at the moment.
What this is really saying is that it's not very effective for us to have temperature screenings at our ports of entry because, as you've heard already, there are a number of persons who may be infected by the virus, and within the incubation period, they may not exhibit any of the symptoms. For example, they may not mount a temperature or a fever, and so they would pass the temperature test, and then they would still be infective. In other words, able to pass on the infection. And so passengers would already have been screened when exiting Wuhan City and China, and they would have already had entry screening in the US or European port through which they transited. So member states are recommended to capture information on travel history using the passenger arrival or immigration cards for all new arrivals. Arrivals that have already traveled to China, especially to the Wuhan area, should be questioned for symptoms and advised to be vigilant for onset of those symptoms and to seek medical attention at a public health facility.
Meanwhile, the CMO said doctors and nurses have received medical education sessions, and this will continue as new information is learned about the novel coronavirus, while surveillance have been strengthened at ports. While surveillance is being carried out at all ports, cruise ship passengers are less of a concern.
Now to news in sports. Well, the senior women's national football team ended their bid to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics on Tuesday night in a match against Jamaica, which they lost 7-0 in the USA. We have more in this report.
The Skn Newsline women's football team ended their quest to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics with a 7-0 defeat to Jamaica on Tuesday night in the final Group B action of the CONCACAF Women's Olympic qualifiers. Goal scorers for Jamaica were Khadija Shaw, Tiffany Cameron, Havana Solon, Trudy Carter, and Kayla McCoy. McCoy and Shaw scored 2 goals each. At the post-match press conference, we heard from coach of the Skn Newsline women's team, Janae Buklowski.
Maybe a little too soon to fully process the experience that we've had, but the main takeaways for me are we need more games. Like, we need more training. We need an annual calendar that will help us. I think we talked earlier about not having had the opportunities to really have the seasonal calendar to be able to prepare to schedule friendlies, right? So one of the things I'm most excited about is that the buy-in is there to improve that for the senior team and also the under 20s. So, you know, my main takeaways are really disappointed in the scores, right? Really, I mean, just personally, as a competitor, I don't like to lose, right? And neither do the players. But when you look back and you think of individual performances through each game and the progression of players learning and solving problems, I have to be really proud of that, especially with such a young team.
Coach Ray from South Texas Border Sports. I just wanted to ask you, what learning curve can you take from here and just apply it to your team just moving forward?
Yeah, we talk about, and this has been a big theme through our camp, is like who we are. And one of the things that we know we are is a hardworking team that has grit. And I see that. And you see that in the team every time they come together to put it back on the field, right? So that's an overarching theme for us, is how we can be grittier, how we can be tougher, right? And certainly the physical matchups, so you look at Jamaica, I mean, it's a credit to their athleticism when you look at Khadija Shaw and how she can turn on the ball in tight spaces, and then you look at the players that we have who just haven't had enough looks and moments at that level. And I see, if you look at the second half, one of the players who subbed in, Kaylee Bennett, right? She's 15, she's physically going in on tackles, and I look at her being 15, and I look at those players that are advanced in their career, and I just think how exciting that is to see where those younger players are going to be in, I don't know, another 10, right? And fortunately for us, the core of this group picks up again in about a week and a half in the Dominican Republic with the under 20s, same group. So that's really exciting.
The women's team lost to Mexico on Saturday 5-0 and started their campaign with an 11-0 loss to Canada. All in all, it was a learning experience for the girls, which can only get better here on. Salt Island Auto Supply's Connery FC edged Trafalgar South Stars 2-1 on Tuesday night in Skn FA Premier League action. Kadeem Lewis got the goal scoring off for Connery in the 38th minute, only for Dylan Morton to equalize from the penalty spot in the 73rd minute, the second half. Adrianelle Esdale, however, made sure that Connery walked away with all 3 points after scoring this beautiful goal in the 78th minute. At the end of the match, coach Azim Jenkins of Connery said that while he was pleased with the results, he was not happy with the performance.
Happy to get the 3 points, but the performance could do much better. I expect more from the players.
Jenkins, a former coach of the St. Peter's FC, took up the coaching of Connery FC at the start of the year after long-serving coach Alexis Morris left to coach the KFC Old Road United Jets. Jenkins spoke highly of the players and the Connery setup.
It's a good group of players, good quality, good staff. So overall, I'm just happy and just progressing as we go along.
What are some of the things you hope to work on based on what you saw tonight?
Well, we need to play a little bit quicker. We need to keep the concentration more consistent, and just stick to the plan. Just be patient sometimes. That's it.
All right. Finally, how you find round one going so far in terms of? I mean, there were some on and off start for the season.
Yeah, we had a rough start to the season, but for the new year is 3 wins, no losses. We haven't given up any goal. We gave up one tonight, which was disappointing. But I think we're heading in the right direction. Sometimes a struggle is good for a team.
Meanwhile, Javon Francis, coach of the Trafalgar South Stars, is proud of his players despite the loss.
Well, I can't ask them for more. I mean, they're playing with their heart out. There is a team that come up from the first division. I mean, I guess we're not giving it our all. I think we could give more. As you see, we're competing, but it's a guts. We need our guts to overcome that for Saudi. Well, as I say, this is a learning experience for them. I guess each game they need to grow and go. But with me being the coach, I need to give them confidence, and so we could overcome this Saudi, as I said before.
The Skn FA Premier League continues this weekend. I'm Andre Huey, and this has been the Skn Newsline Newscast. From all of us here at Skn Newsline, thank you for watching.
Are you ready for the biggest gospel event ever? It's a God movement. The moment you've all been waiting for. Well, it's here. The God Movement presents their second annual all-white affair Jesus Party Boat Ride. On April 10th, Tortola comes alive with the best of the best. High Frequency Band out of Tortola. Blessed Messenger out of Trinidad and Tobago. Nisha Woods out of Barbados. Oni out of Tortola. Nigel Lopez out of Trinidad and Tobago. The God Movement out of Tortola. Jay Prince out of Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody just dip. Do the name and dip. Rock and come in and dip.
And DJ JD out of St. Thomas will have you rocking. Zion Hill Steel Orchestra serenades you as you board the Cayman Seal at 5 p.m. Boat leaves from James Young Marina East End Tortola at 7 p.m. sharp. Early bird tickets available now at $40 and ends February 29, 2020. Regular tickets are $60. All you can eat and drink all night long. Remember, April 10th, the Jesus Party Boat Ride. See you there.
Listen the words of my song and dip. Do the name and dip. Rock and come in.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing Skn Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. Skn Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch Skn Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our Skn Newsline YouTube channel. Skn Newsline, your world, your news.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. Now you can have Skn Newsline on the go. Introducing Skn Newsline Android mobile app. Search Skn Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on Skn Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The Skn Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today. Skn FA Premier League football is back. Skn Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio presents the Premier League Match of the Week. Live video stream and radio commentary on St. Kitts and Nevis' premier online media networks. Every Saturday at 8 p.m. Watch live football action at the Warner Park Football Stadium on the Skn Newsline Facebook page, www.sknewsline.com, and at the Facebook page of the St. Kitts Nevis Football Association. You can also listen to live radio commentary at www.voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's the Premier League Match of the Week on Skn Newsline and Voice of the Caribbean Radio every Saturday at 8 p.m. Don't miss it.